Say like, hi.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Is it thumb right on it?
Yeah,
Okay.
it was.
It's a red light flashing.
There you go, I think. Tell me your name.
Emma Householder. Well, my first name is Emma Garrison.
Okay.
And I'm married to James Householder.
Okay. And when were you born?
I was born September the 28th, 1898,
Ooh, okay. And were you born in Greene County?
Greene County,
Okay. And
Davistown.
you worked here for 5 years? Okay. And what was your job here?
My job was in the back end in the kitchen,
Okay.
taking care of the dining room table. There was about 25 men and 25 women. The women was on one side and the men was on the other.
You mean,
And then when they worked on the floor, that's who I worked with on the floor.
okay.
And then Beulah Finch, she worked in the kitchen. Betty Everly worked in the kitchen. And I can't think who the other 2 or 3 was.
Okay. When you say you cleaned the rooms, didn't the residents that lived here, didn't they do?
Some that was able, some that was able,
Okay, the ones that were able to.
yeah.
Okay.
We had to see at night that they all had their baths and everything was
Oh,
all ready for bed. And seen it, they was all in their own room.
oh, okay. So then when you worked here, there were only about 50 people living here at that time?
Well, I figure there was about that many.
Okay. And were they, what of their ages? Were they mostly elderly people then?
Well, some of them was, you mean the ones that stayed here?
Yeah, that lived
They
here.
were older and not able to do too much.
Oh, okay, okay, all right. And when you worked here, did they still have livestock and crops and everything around the farm?
I didn't get that.
Okay. Did they still have their own cattle and workhorses and
Yeah.
did they still,
Yeah,
Hazel
about
McDowell?
5 years old or something like that.
And
When
she
I
lived
come.
here and worked here.
She'd probably been here before I come, see.
Okay,
They must have had something where the woman didn't have a man
mm-hmm,
and couldn't at that time, because I know I played with one whenever I was allowed.
okay, yeah, he was telling me something. Well, some of the reports that we've had in the past from some earlier was that a lot of the times the men would just leave the wives and children, and they had nowhere else to go, and so they spent their lives here and things like that. But I think back in the late 1800s and maybe early 1900s, they had homeless people, and that there were a lot more younger people. And I kind of thought more in this century, it was more of a retirement kind of for elderly.
It was, honey.
Yeah.
It was, because I can remember whenever I was here, and we started to.
Yeah, that's, I wanted to ask her that, something. Romeo?
I remember him. Romeo. And Emmy, do you remember Romeo? And Emmy, was Romeo here whenever you were here?
Bill was here.
Okay, Romeo.
And
Okay, but now, this Mr. Shoemaker, did he have a little shop down in the
Down in
dungeon?
there?
Okay, there's still a little shoe shop sign down
Yeah.
there. And his name was, it was Andy Shoemaker.
yeah, he stayed down in there.
Oh,
And he took care of the garden.
okay.
Yes.
And when it rained one day, he went down there in the garden, was looking around. He had a cane, wooden cane to walk with.
Uh-huh.
And that got down in the mud about that deep.
Oh, no.
And Mr. Hewitt had to get down and get him out of there and bring him up the house.
It was an actual peg leg.
Oh, my goodness. I don't mean, that's not really funny, but it is kind
He
of.
always had a nice garden.
Oh, okay.
And the women in the back, they canned a lot of that stuff that he raised.
Oh, okay. And so, and then what they ate here was out of his garden for
Yeah.
the meals?
Yeah.
Okay.
Over
He
here,
always
wasn't it
right
right
down,
over
down
here?
over there.
You know who was in charge, who was the superintendent in charge of the facility when you were working?
Mr. Hewitt and Mrs. Hewitt was the ones that overseer of
Okay,
everything.
okay. And did they live here also?
They stayed here.
They did.
and we all stayed here.
Oh, you did too? Oh, I
When we
didn't know
got-
that.
When we got through in the back at night,
Mhm.
we'd come in here and went upstairs, and we had a room up there.
Oh,
And me and Emma Daly, we stayed in one room.
mm-hmm,
The beds was kind of here, like that.
like barracks.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, okay.
And
Like the twin beds.
she slept in one, and I slept in
Okay.
the other, and then it just
Oh, okay.
come along,
Okay.
you know.
Uh-huh,
Single beds,
mm-hmm,
single beds.
okay. And, so, did you stay here for the whole 5 years that you worked here?
Yeah.
You lived here too?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, I stayed here 5 years.
okay. Where were the offices that the overseer, that Mr. Hewitt used, the office for the building?
Where did he work? Where did he write his papers up, Aunt Emmy?
Right back in there, as far as I can,
In one of those rooms,
yeah,
on the first floor?
yeah.
Okay, okay.
Because he was with, listen to Mr. Hewitt. And they were sort of kept down in the basement, weren't they? Am I right, Mom?
Well, I'll tell you, when I was here, they was all able to come to the table.
Now, I mean, whenever they got a real stubborn streak, the one that was like this, they sort of put them down in the basement for a little while, didn't they?
Oh, some of them, when they got unruly, they took them down there like, put them in the jail or whatever they wanted to call it.
Okay. Okay, and they were just confined downstairs until they would
For
behave?
so long.
Okay. Okay, yeah, that's what, we call it the dungeon. Okay,
They
that's it.
call it the jail.
Okay, they called it the jail. That's interesting. Okay. Okay, Aunt Emmy, can you remember the holidays? Thanksgiving or Christmas here?
Well, they always had put out a good big meal.
Okay,
Different people said that they didn't have good meals, but they always had a good meal. They had meat and everything that you wanted to eat.
okay. And, was there a Christmas tree put up at Christmas time?
Yeah,
Was there?
in the back,
In,
where the people was all at.
in the back, in the dining hall
In the
area?
dining room,
Okay.
yeah.
And, did they exchange presents? Were they able to do
Yeah.
that? Oh, they
Yeah,
did?
the ones that had children and so on, they was able to come to see them while they fetched their gifts.
Oh, okay. And so, and you and the other ladies that worked here, were you like a big family? Did you exchange presents amongst each other? And,
Now, how's that?
okay, the ladies that you worked with, that you were friends with, that you worked here, were you like a little family, and did you exchange
Yeah.
presents and
Yeah.
with each
Yeah.
other?
Yeah.
And, if you can think of
Yeah.
anything else.
Did the county buy you any gift? Did Mr. and Mrs. Hewitt buy any gifts?
I don't think so, that I can remember of.
That's interesting. No. Okay. Okay.
We just lived there, we lived happy.
How long did you live in it then?
My mother stayed about 4 years.
Oh my God. In the winter too? Weren't you cold?
Well, I guess we had lots of covers and everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
My dad was a rig builder.
Okay. And you mean oil rig like derricks? Yeah.
Oil.
Like an
Like oil wells?
like an oil derrick rig? Oil and gas rigs? Is that what you mean?
Now, how's that?
Okay. When you say a rig builder, what kind of rigs did he build?
Drill, like for water and oil and
Okay.
gas and stuff like that.
Okay. All right.
Ones you go on top of the ground.
You've seen these great big rigs.
Yeah, the big, huge
Yeah.
derrick, like,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. What should I call you? Myrtle? Is that what you go by, Myrtle? Okay.
Okay, Mom.
It's borrowed. Very useless. Okay. And so you've lived all your life in Greene County. And when did you get married?
December. When did you get?
December the 13th. I don't know.
1926, wasn't it?
1926? Okay. And how many kids did you have?
6.
You had 6. Okay, and I didn't ask Aunt Emmy. We'll have to ask her later. Yeah.
5 girls and 1 boy.
Ooh, only one boy. And how many brothers and sisters do you have?
How many enemy? Enemy? How many brothers and sisters did Schooler Garrison have?
Tommy, Ross,
Lizzie?
2
Elizabeth?
boys and 6 girls.
That's right. Do you want us to get the whole name, son?
No, you know
2
what?
boys and 6 girls.
I'll get that information down on paper. I should have asked Aunt Emmy that earlier.
Big family.
Yeah, it sure was. And you all lived in a tent. That's what amazes me. Okay. Okay, so Myrtle, when did you start working here at the Poor Farm?
Well, I just worked at, when the ladies had their vacations,
Mm-hmm.
I worked there 2 weeks. But I don't know the years or nothing.
I know she was here in 1949.
Okay.
She must have come after I went away.
She did.
Because I went from here over to the county home.
Curry.
Home,
Oh.
And I worked 5 years over there.
Oh, okay. And now, when you were over at the Curry home, was that just for men over there?
There was men and women both over there.
there was?
They had the men separated in one room over in one end and the women in the other.
Oh, okay. And so you
And
went,
my job over there was, I worked in the laundry all the time.
oh,
I did the work, washing and ironing,
mm-hmm, okay,
seeing that things was all put away.
okay.
That was my job.
Did you stay there too?
Yeah, I stayed there.
Yeah?
I had my room up there, and all the other women that worked there, they had their rooms there too.
Oh,
Aunt Emmy, you were a widow woman at that time.
How's that?
You were a widow woman at that time.
Yeah, yes.
oh,
Yes, my
okay.
husband died in 39.
Oh,
And
okay.
how many children did you have, Aunt Emmy?
3.
3 boys and girls?
2 boys and a girl.
2 boys and a girl. And you were married, when were you married?
How's that?
What year did you get married?
21.
21. Okay. And how long before, when did your husband pass away?
In April, about the 6th of April, 1939.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you had to go out and work
Yeah,
to take care, okay.
yeah.
Okay, I see that. So, I'm trying to get my math right. Did she have the kids with her?
Who watched the kids, Aunt Emmy?
Okay. So, now, you just filled in then for ladies. You were like a substitute
Yes.
to come out and work. And what was it that you did?
Well, just, I was a washwoman.
Okay, you did laundry?
Me and Jessie Cumberledge
Mm-hmm.
done the washing.
Okay.
And,
Did you work in the storeroom, Mommy?
oh yes, they had a storeroom in this place and a Frigidaire little place.
Uh-huh.
And I was to do that. I took care of the storeroom and the Frigidaire.
Okay. When you say you took care, did you keep them cleaned up and neat?
Cleaned out
And
and dusted and
Okay.
everything that had to be placed back on the shelves or anything. I did that.
okay.
Where was the canned food kept, Mommy?
Down in the basement. Down in the
Our
basement.
wages at that time was $57 a month.
A month.
A month.
I was going to ask that. No
That's what we
kidding.
worked for.
Where did you like working better, here or across the street?
How's that?
Which place did you like to work for better, here or across the street at the Curry home?
Well, both places about the same.
It was?
Yeah,
You got paid about the same across the
Yeah,
street, did
yeah.
you?
yeah.
Well, 57 a month, I mean, that's not much, but I guess back then it was,
They got to eat.
yeah, got the eats, had somewhere to live.
And their board.
Yeah,
Now, I don't know whether raised the wages after that or not, I don't know.
Probably not much.
No, because they want you to do everything you could do cheap as you could do it.
That's right,
Because we did get our board and place to stay.
right, yeah. So, that's not too bad of a deal.
Wasn't too bad.
No,
We didn't have too much to spend.
yeah, that's for sure. Did you make some of your own clothes?
Well, not at that time. Just what we had already
Yeah,
and used them.
right. And just took care of
And
them?
if we needed anyway, we bought them.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Did they ever do anything? Did you ever do anything with feed sacks? Remember the things that used to come, feed sacks?
Yeah.
Remember that material? If something hits my mind. Ma? Feed sacks, Aunt Emmy.
Who?
Feed sacks. The feed sacks. Remember the pretty cloth that the
yeah.
feed sacks?
Now-
They were pretty, and we
Now,
made.
I don't know who done the sewing or anything here, but over there,
Now, when I worked here, they made aprons and things out of the feed sacks, and I ripped them and got them ready, washed, and had it seen that it's all ready for the ladies to sew.
Okay.
And we washed
And
them.
they made aprons
Mm-hmm.
and different things, you know.
Now,
what they could for the folks that needed.
oh, for the people that lived here too?
Yes,
We made skirts.
Okay, so it
they
was,
all had penny, you know.
uh-huh. It was the people that worked here that made them. Okay. And you were one of the ones that helped? Okay. And did you help, like, did you have to go and fit the people to see what size and
No,
like that, or?
One lady, we just cut the aprons all the same size,
Mhm.
just up, just like an apron,
Mhm.
and they fit any of them.
Okay. It was adjustable. Okay, Myrtle, do you remember how much you got paid?
Well, it's very little. Something like $15 or something. I
Okay.
have on the weekend,
Uh-huh.
or when they paid me, just, just a little dribble.
Yeah, okay. Okay, but you worked hard for that.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Was Mr. Hewitt still in charge here when you worked?
Oh, yes.
He was? Okay.
She was nice, she was good
Oh,
to
Mrs.
all of us, she was good to all of us.
She was?
Didn't
Okay.
have no favors that I knew of.
Uh-huh.
She was nice to all
Okay, that's
She was
good.
a stern lady,
She was.
very stern.
Mm-hmm.
A very well-dressed,
of us. Yes.
had her hair done every week,
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
nails,
Oh,
and
Manicure.
she was very,
Yeah.
very impressive.
but she was fair.
Big part.
She was fair. Your mom
Oh,
seems
yes.
to think she's
Yes.
very fair, though?
Yes, she
Okay.
was.
She just expected them to do the work.
Yes, she was very stern.
Okay. Okay. Do you remember anything? Did you hear Aunt Emmy talking about different things about the building and so on? Do you remember anything else about the doctor maybe that came out, or about some of the people that were here? Like, was it still a lot of just elderly people when you were here?
There's about 27 of ladies,
Mm-hmm.
and they's in the back, they too. And,
Upstairs or downstairs?
yes, but
Upstairs. Oh, okay.
they had their rooms, and there was one lady, she took care of them,
Mm-hmm.
and seen that their clothes was there in the right places, and and there was one lady, she did the washing for them. They all had different jobs.
Okay.
One didn't have all, they just had
Oh.
different jobs.
Mother, did Mr. and Mrs. Hewitt eat with you, or where did they eat?
In here, this is the dining room,
This room right here
Yes.
was the dining room?
and that was the kitchen.
Oh, for them.
Yeah, for us.
Oh, okay.
For us. And they ate in the dining room and they had that little girl and she ate with them.
Mm-hmm.
And they
Judy
table was a round table and they sat right there.
Okay.
We was right next door.
Okay, now, when you say the kitchen, was that their personal kitchen?
That was,
Or,
yes.
yes, it was their personal
Yes,
kitchen.
it was.
Okay,
Yes, it was.
okay. Now, did the ladies that worked here have to serve them their dinner? Did you have to bring their dinner?
Yes,
Oh, you did?
One lady,
Oh,
one
okay.
lady fixed her, they all cooked together for us.
Mm-hmm.
And she just brought theirs on the table.
Okay.
Set the table, and it was really nice.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Really nice.
Oh. So you weren't ever here around the holidays or anything then?
No.
No, okay.
No, they let me go home on
And then I did. It's before I started. Honey, we also lived in the farm. Whenever my daddy and mommy both worked there, because we were very poor people.
Mm-hmm.
They had a farm on the other side. Do you know where they put the prison?
Yes, mm-hmm, okay.
Okay, if you continue, put it in that barn. There, I can
Where the
remember.
airport is now.
Because whenever I
It's
went-
the hayfield
Okay.
that the county owns.
And see, there was hayfield. That's where my daddy worked.
Was in the hayfield.
That's just on the other
And
side
that's
of
like
the,
where the airport
Airport
and
is,
things
yeah.
clear down that way.
Okay.
Clear over into, like it stretches, I think that's 188.
mhm.
But there was families lived in there after we did. But,
They tore that great big brick home down.
Oh.
They tore that, somebody tore it.